Hey, what's up? What's going on, my peeps, my peoples? It's me, Mary Jane. What's going on, my peeps, my peoples? It's me, Mary Jane, and let's have a conversation. Southern Charm will be up tomorrow afternoon. That's when I'm gonna be able to watch Southern Charm, and then I will be doing my recap on Southern Charm. I know everybody is sleeping, but I don't have to work tomorrow, so I'm up. So, anyways, let's have our conversation. But we're gonna start off with Mrs. Sharpton, the herpes accuser of Usher. We're going to start off with her like, OMG, like she's not playing. So basically, she's saying that she has been discriminated against. She's saying ever since August that she accused Usher of herpes, she has been discriminated against by Amazon and Chase. So basically, she's saying that they don't want her business. But you know what? I don't believe Mrs. Sharpton actually slept with Usher or anything. But what's funny about the case is, how did she find out that Usher had herpes or allegedly had herpes? But only way that I can figure out that she found out that he had herpes is because of, if you went to radar.com in August, a little bit before August, there was, the story broke about Usher having herpes, and it was a girl that was suing Usher that was actually, I believe, a close friend of his in Atlanta, and they was really close friends, and they was having a relationship. She actually knew, Tamika and Usher's first wife and all that other stuff. And so basically she settled out of court for like, almost $1 million, but not quite $1 million. And basically it was settled out of court. It wasn't proven that Usher had herpes or not. So basically now when the lawsuit filed against Usher happened, and, when they filed the documents in actually California or whatever, since Usher did not deny the herpes rumors, and he did not deny and that he had herpes, or if he did have herpes, he never said anything. He didn't dispute any of the claims that was coming, the first claim. So it's just like after that, it's like trickle down with claims, because in the state of California, if you don't dispute what someone is saying, they can actually go forward and file a lawsuit against you. And it's actually all broken down in my Usher playlist about all the herpes and the legal allegations and how they can file the case in California, since he does not deny giving them herpes when it first happened. So that's how they can proceed with the case, whether proven if he was alone with, Mrs. Sharpton, or the guy that's suing Usher, or the other girl that's suing Usher. But it's crazy. Mrs. Sharpton, she stay making sure she stay relevant, make sure she stay in the media, make sure she does clout chasing. So basically on the internet, on the Jasmine brand, it says, Mrs. Sharpton claims that she has been discriminated against by Amazon and Chase. Sharpton posted a lengthy message about the situation. She did not say Usher's name specifically, but she said that since she filed a lawsuit, those two companies have mysteriously begin to give her issues in the message below. So this is a lengthy message. So basically, she's saying that she was with Amazon since she was 14 years old, and she said she was with Chase since 2015. She said all of a sudden in August, I started to have problems with them randomly getting locked out of my accounts for no reason. Yesterday, both companies decided to completely ban my account, saying that their company does not want to do business with me anymore and provide no reason for why they don't want to do business. Funny how both companies said the exact same thing on the same day. Nobody could provide me an answer or give me an opportunity to rectify the situation. They went as far as to stop any attempts to open up new accounts on Amazon. I went as far as to use my parents' information to get an account. They completely banned it. I guess because of the same address. All of a sudden, been happening ever since I filed my lawsuit. I never had a problem before. Shame on you guys. I was like, oh shit. So basically, we don't actually know if this is actually true. This is actually something that actually happened. We don't know if this is a made-up story, because it's been said that Mrs. Sharpton is a pathological liar. Her friends on Facebook actually said, like, I can't believe you finessed the situation and all this other stuff. And she was bragging about it, making fun of it. And she was like, oh, I'm going to have on my sympathy wig and all this other stuff. And then on top of that, she went on Mrs. Jessica Kohinoor channel. And she said she had videotapes of Usher. She had a sex tape. He he let her, videotape them, and she was just talking reckless. And basically, she was just lying. She never slept with Usher, but she used that herpes one case, or somebody dropped a dime in her ear and say, "Hey, this is what you can do," and then boom, Lisa Bloom scooped her up, and the murder she wrote. So what do you guys think about the situation? You think she has been discriminated against, or you think there's something else going on, or you think this is a total lie and this is clout chasing? How do you guys feel about the situation? What do you think? I think it's clout chasing. And yeah, I think it's clout chasing because it's been proven that she's a liar over and over and over. So it's up to you to believe what she's saying. But you know what? Do your business somewhere else. I know Amazon's a big company, but it's time to go somewhere else. If someone don't want your money or your business, what do? You move on. You go somewhere where they appreciate you. So I was just like, damn, they went in on girlfriend. So let's talk about Empire. What do you guys think about Empire so far this season? I don't know. Empire kind of like has the same story over and over and over. Cookie got sick. Cookie, almost had a heart attack. She had a heart attack, almost got a stunt in her heart. And then, Lucius went to go pray to God. You never seen him pray to God. And then, Jamal is basically banned from the family again. The two brothers are upset with him. Hakeem and Jamal basically are upset with him and mad with him because he finally admitted that he was part of blowing up that bombing that blew up his father's leg, but he didn't throw Shine under the bus. And so basically the family don't want nothing to do with him because of that. But damn, Lucius killed the guy that raised them. So anyways, you got that situation going on. And then you have Eddie trying to steal the company, trying to sell the company. And he has two wives, basically trying to get money, and they're investing and trying to steal Empire from, Lucius and Cookie. And we have seen this over and over where, people come into their life and try to steal Empire, and they got to fight. They got to do all types of stuff to keep Empire. It's like, damn, why do they keep letting people come in and do this? I know Lucius was sick and Eddie had to come in and he helped because they didn't want people to know that Lucius lost his memory and all this other stuff. But it's like, damn, even though Eddie came from back in the day, like they didn't do no research on him to find out if he was broke, if he had any money, because Eddie's broke and he didn't have any money at all. And so this was an opportunity for Eddie to cash in when he was with Lucius. So basically, him working with Lucius the whole time, he was undermining, and he realized this was going to be a lick, and he was going to try to get some money. He got into their records. He got into their finance. They actually got into Tiana's head. So basically, Tiana's like the biggest star on Empire, and she's following everything that Eddie's saying, what Eddie told her to do. She's working out so much. She's being mean. She's being rambunctious. She's being rude. She's firing people. She's being disrespectful, and she's losing weight, and she's exhausted. So sooner or later, either she's going to pass out and get sick and be hospitalized, or she's going to realize that Eddie is playing her and he doesn't have any ties to Empire. It's crazy because Hakeem, that's his empire and shit like that. And he don't have no say. And Tatiana, where like, damn, if I get with the son, father that owns the record label, like, damn, I'm gonna be up there. Like, why does she gotta go to Eddie for it? So it is what it is with that situation. So then, when Cookie was telling, Hakeem he's gonna do a song with Tiana, and he was like, oh, this is how we do it. She dissed me and broke up with me, and we reward her with a song. I thought that was funny. And then we got Cookie's sisters coming into the situation, trying to basically have Cookie on bed rest. We just had, Lucius, lose his memory, not be able to, he was not able to, understand who he was. He was lost. Then before he was sick, he lost his leg. So now we got Cookie that's sick, that can barely work, and she's trying to hold the company together. So it's just like, it's almost like history repeating itself over and over with Empire. And then you have, Becky's pregnant, and she doesn't know what to do with the situation. She kind of wants to, have an abortion, but then she kind of doesn't. So she actually tells the baby father that she is pregnant. And it's like, damn, she can have both lives. Like she can be like she is and have that baby, deliver it, and get back to work. People that are economically challenged and don't have any economics, or don't have jobs and don't have careers. Like the mother and the father both, J Papa has a career, he's a star, they can have help, they can have nannies, they can have babysitters, they can have cooks, they can have people around to help them. So why make the decision to get rid of the baby when you actually have the finance and the well-being, and they're both stable mentally and physically, where they can support the child? I can understand if they had nothing and they were struggling, they had no support and they had no family, then it makes sense maybe if she wanted to choose to have an abortion. But it's just like, okay, she's still up there, they're not going to fire her. She's going to go on leave for a little bit and come back, but she knows this shit. And then J Papa got his shit together, so why do that? So J Papa put his religion on hold a little bit, because he wants to support Becky in each and every way of her pregnancy, to make sure that he's down with her with whatever, whether she chooses to have the abortion or not. And then now we have Jamal. Nobody likes Jamal. Jamal has this like fiery music going on that sounds good, but it's kind of like over the edge, it's kind of like over the top, and people don't like it because he shot and killed the former mayor and shit. Only on TV. So he shot and killed the former mayor. He beat his boyfriend up. So basically he has to change his image, and they don't want him to change his image. And he doesn't want to change his image, and he's having these interviews and he's acting up and he's not doing what he's supposed to do, basically following a protocol to try to get the media to like him again. And he kind of he had that problem with media when he was on drugs. So it's kind of like back to that situation with him. And then we got Hakeem. He still wants Tiana, but he doesn't know how to go about doing it. We haven't really seen his daughter. And so basically Hakeem is just going anywhere and everywhere. He just fallen into play. Now he was working with Chase, whatever his name is on the show, Chase, the white boy rapper or whatever. And they're going to be doing something together, some music. And, they have a little dance off, a little rap off, a little rap-a-thon and shit like that. And Shine put it together. Shine hooked it up or whatever. So it was all good. Then we got Andre actually saving the day because he's brilliant and he's smart. And then when Eddie asked Andre, hey, listen, I want to get the records on Shine and whatever. So Andre did some digging and he found out that, Eddie's broke. Eddie don't got money and he's trying to sell the company from under Cookie and Lucius. And how did he get that close that he can do that? They just give shit away. Like, I can't, people just don't have the right to do that. But I guess, they gave Eddie all types of unlimited access, and he probably went departments and information he shouldn't go. But it's like, damn, they don't do no research at all. And then you had the crazy nurse, how did she get so close? And then she almost killed Lucius. She almost kills Cookie. And like, damn, like, and Cookie and Lucius getting away from that. It was kind of like unbelievable. This shit was like unbelievable. So now the nurse didn't get killed. You know what I mean? The nurse killed somebody, so now the nurse is locked up again. So they got rid of that situation. Now they have, Eddie trying to steal the company. They talk to Eddie's wives and things like that. We see Lupe fiasco. Lupe, go Lupe, go Lupe. So we had Lupe fiasco. So it was good to see him on one of the episodes or whatever. So now one of the wives, she spilled the beans. And so now, Lucius is not so totally mad at Andre. It seems like Andre might be getting back in with Lucius, but we know how dirty and grimy Lucius is. And, Lucius had it coming from Andre. He really did have it coming from Andre. So we see now we're going to find out what's Eddie going to do now that they know that now everyone knows his plan and know what he's up to. What's going to happen? Like, what are they going to do? Is he going to get have Tiana leave, Empire? Now that would be crazy if he can get Tiana to leave. And it'll be nice to see if Becky does have the baby or whatever. Now you have, Thirsty. He's checking on, Eddie everywhere he go to find out that information. Then they got the 20 for 20. They're still trying to prepare that and get that done. Cookie's weak trying to do it at the same time. But what makes the story more, there's only one part of the story to me that's really interesting. If Cookie can find Pound Cake's daughter, child. If she can find her child, that'd be so great and wonderful. Now you got Cookie remembering where she came from when she was locked up, and now she's putting money on the girl's book because she's been having thoughts and fantasies about these girls for a few seasons now. Well, this whole season, even though the season has broke up twice, but this whole season we had Cookie having fantasies about, not fantasies, but visions and memories of when she was locked up. So, now we know that, Pound Cake is in, hospice, and she has cancer, she's dying, and she just wants to know about her child. And then, Cookie going to see the old security, the correctional guard that, pregnated, Pound Cake, got her pregnant, raped her, and then beat Cookie up, that guard that would rape the women and dispose of them, and he disposed of the child. So Cookie's on a mission to find Pound Cake's child before she passed away. So now that's a good look. I like that situation. That's really kind of interesting right there. And Cookie going back into her past, and maybe the healing would come from her going back into her past, but she's letting Lucius know, like, yo, if we gonna be together, we gonna do this shit, gonna have to be right. Like, I can't deal with you cheating on me, women coming in, nurses coming in, all this other bullshit. Like, I can't deal with it no more. Like, I'm weak. And she is weak, because she's been going through war ever since the Angelo situation. Angelo and his family was no joke. Miss Dubois was no joke. So that situation, then the grandbaby Bella being taken away and all this other stuff. So now Bella's back. And so now we got Cookie that is sick and trying to continue to run Empire. Now we got Lucius working on making sure he focuses on Eddie. But Eddie's a little bit smarter than, them. So Eddie got something up his sleeve. Eddie's going to do something. He's going to either take Tiana, or he's going to expose Empire. He's going to do something, or he's going to have them all pull their stock out and then Empire fall. But Eddie's up to no good, and he has two women, well, three women. He has his ex-wife, his wife, and he has Tiana that he wants to be with. So we'll see how that plays out. I was just like, damn. So that's the only thing that's interesting really about Empire for me, is to see what Eddie's going to do. But, we've seen it over and over. Empire's going to win at the end. Lucia's going to win. Cookie's going to win, because they never really lose, their company. But the basis of every season is somebody trying to come in and steal Empire from under them. It's like, damn, why let people win? So, but we know why Eddie came into the situation. So now we'll see what happens with that. And then on top of that, I guess that's really it with the show, what's going on with Empire. Not really too much. And then we got Shine. He feels like he's off the hook with the situation with Lucius, but I don't know, because Andre confronted Shine to let Shine know that, hey, listen, I told my father everything, but you had nothing to do with it. Your name is not in it. So Shine is cool. He's good. And plus, Shine is building a relationship with Hakeem too as well. I don't know if he's going to manipulate Hakeem at all, because Shine is good at that, because he wants Empire for himself. But he never, he was trying to kill Lucius. So anyways, is Andre going to tell, Lucius about Shine, but Andre says he's not, because it'll be war. His gang will go at Lucian to go back and forth, and he doesn't want that to happen. So it seems like Andre's on his meds, and he's kind of normal. So hopefully Andre doesn't break down, and hopefully nobody drugs Andre again. It's good to see that he came back. He came back very quickly, and he's on his business. He's on his P's and Q's. So basically, that's it with, Empire. And then let's talk about Southern Charm. Southern Charm is like crazy. Like, what's going on? It's like, yo, they are really exposing the guys on the show, especially JD. They are not playing around with JD. They're talking about JD's a thief. He stole money from Liz. He's been sleeping around with other women. He's been sleeping around with, 18-year-olds and shit like that. Like, that's crazy. I mean, like, they're really exposing him, because he was like the big shot guy with the business. Even Craig worked for him. So I wonder why Craig left work. Craig didn't really do, JD was promising Craig all this stuff. You got to do this, Craig. You got to do that. You got to work for me, and you have to do this. And Craig was like, happy to do it. But I wonder if Craig realized that he wasn't going to get paid. So Craig, backed away. And it was like, damn, Elizabeth kept a straight face all these seasons, knowing that she was going through this, knowing that, JD was taking her money. This is allegedly from the show that JD's taking her money and he's cheating on her, and he's been cheating on her with 20-year-olds, hanging out with Thomas and shit like that. And you don't even think that JD was that type of guy. You think that, he was business, and he wouldn't dare do that to Liz. Like, they had a bond and love the way that, that they was trying to care for Catherine, and they was trying to care for Thomas and try to get their relationship together and get the, the custody battle. And Liz was always supportive of Catherine too as well. But everybody was against Catherine at one point in time. So for them to now to be exposing JD is crazy. And then now Whitney's mother, she's getting married, and you see that big ass diamond that she had on her hand. I was like, oh shit. And then, we got Cameron, she's about to give birth, she's about to be a mother. And then you have Shep, he's still in the same place, but they're not addressing any of his alcoholism. They're not addressing that there was a spot on his liver, some shit like that last season. And he was supposed to be stopped drinking and only drinking water. Now he's back to being an alcoholic again. So was that actually true about him being sick? Or probably, he needs to slow down because there could be some liver damage. Remember last season that was going on? So we're not even addressing that. And we just see, Shep just drinking as much as possible. Like it's all good. So it's like, damn, what's really going on? And so now we have, Craig, he's moving in with a roommate, and he's totally away from, his girlfriend. And it's just like, damn, like it's crazy how it went down. And it looked like, Austin and Chelsea were going to be together. And then now they're not. And it seemed like, but then on top of that, Austin seemed like he was a decent guy, but it also seems like he's a strong alcoholic. Like he's a worse alcoholic than Shep. And it also seems like, he's a like he sniffed paint and shit. That's what it seemed like with Austin. And then on top of that, for him, he was telling us this sad story about his sister, his life, and his family, and how, how much he likes Chelsea, how much he cherished her, and all that other stuff. And then on top of that, he was gonna go around and be with Chelsea's like best friend. Like, what kind of shit is that? He totally like flipped the script and just became like an asshole, And then Naomi, she's not playing around at all. Naomi's not playing no games. She's calling dudes out. She was even calling out, Craig. She was calling him out. She was kind of mad at Craig or whatever. She was like, you agree with that motherfucker, whatever. But Naomi and Craig do have something in common. They do call people out, and they do come to the aid of someone that's being battered in a situation. And Naomi's not playing. Like, she wants to have that bond. She's coming out of her shell, because before she was kind of quiet, and she would only like yell at Craig here and there and be rude to Craig here and there. And she was like showing like this fabulous lifestyle, her going to school, her doing these events. And now she's at the table talking about, you ain't shit, JD. and then she has Chelsea talking about, yeah, you stole all her money. Liz done told the business, and they know, and they're not hiding it. And Whitney is filming it all. I'm just like, damn. So tomorrow I will have the review out for that. And I know it's crazy because they're being real, like it's being real serious. With the other cast, like they're showing JD's car. Cameron, we just know that she's pregnant, and we don't see a husband. He doesn't want to be filmed. He's a doctor. He's taking care of his business, and she's doing her thing. And Craig is with his roommate, so we don't know what Craig does for a living now. I don't know if he's still doing real estate. Supposedly he's still doing real estate. We don't know if he's actually practicing law, if he done an internship or whatever. So we have no idea about that. But he said he passed the bar. But don't you supposed to, I don't know if he did any clinical law work, or he's working in a law firm or anything like that. So, but we know he sews, we know he cooks, we know he does all that. And Naomi just wants him to stay focused and stay on one straight path, complete one straight thing and get it going, and then maybe go somewhere else. And Craig likes to just scatter out and do multiple things at once, like a jack of all trades. But I don't know what Shep is going to be doing this season. Like, is he going to try to get back with Chelsea? Then you got Austin trying to get back with Chelsea. And then remember when Naomi and Chelsea were in, the salon, and what's her name? I think it was Naomi. Naomi said either the guys are taken, they're gay, or they got STDs. I was like, oh shit, Naomi's just telling the truth. She ain't playing around with this bullshit. Like, she's being real. Like, she's just saying, like, this is it. I'm tired of the bullshit. I'm tired of the snobbiness. I'm tired of faking. I'm tired of these people acting like, I'm tired of everybody acting like they got it together. They're so this, they're so that. I'm just going to let them know what's going on. And basically, it seems like she's going to be a main contender this season. And she's teaming up with Catherine. She's teaming up with Danny. She's teaming up with Chelsea. And Liz. And the ladies are about to fight back and not fight among each other or against each other, but fight with the guys to let them know that you ain't running shit and you ain't all that. I was like, oh shit. Then they even talk about, Thomas not using condoms. They talk about, Shep not using condoms as well. But when they said Shep made Catherine take a shower before as bad as he is, he gets up with his drunken breath and eat and kiss you. So I know he doesn't give these women money. Why do these women keep going to Shep? Why do they want Shep? I don't know. You guys tell me, do you find Shep attractive? Would you date Shep? Do you want to be with Shep? Is the type of guy that you would want to be with? So we'll see what happens with that situation. And what's up with Whitney? Whitney, forever, one time he has a girlfriend, and next time he doesn't have a girlfriend. He has one, he doesn't have one. He's single, he's not talking about it. His mother wants grandkids. Is Whitney ever going to produce children for his mother? I forgot his mother's name. Is her name Victoria? So, what do you guys think about that situation? Patricia, her name is Patricia. So, what do you guys think about, Patricia getting that big ass diamond? And what about, Whitney? Is Whitney ever going to produce a grandkid? Whitney's still in the band. He's still singing music and stuff like that. He's still kind of living a rock star life. He does have a nice home in California. If that was his, that was a nice home. And I think he has a home in Charleston too, as well. That's near his mom's house. It was near, Thomas' house, but Thomas finally got a house that was appropriate for his kids. And Catherine did use drugs or whatever, but we know Thomas used drugs too. But Thomas has money on his side, and he has the old goody boy system, the good old boy system with the law, because he was governor at one point. His father has pool. He knows the politician. He knows the government, the governors, the mayors, and things like that. So, that's why he really got an upper hand, because I think it was episode 2, he was actually drinking and driving. And then they turned around and showed that he wasn't drinking and driving. Because remember, Thomas didn't even travel out of the state because, he wasn't permitted to. So he was on probation kind of, but yeah, he's the better parent because he has money and he has connections to me. But Catherine did need help, and she did need to go get some help, and she did. And I think she's on mood stabilizers, but she's kind of coming into her own too as well. Then this new girl, Ashley, she's an opportunist as well, but she thinks like this is a good opportunity to be with this guy. Would you guys date Thomas? Would you guys want to be with Thomas? Would you let Thomas kiss you? Could you imagine Thomas kissing your neck? Could you imagine Thomas? Oh, could you imagine Thomas' saliva? Oh my God. So anyways, she wants to be with Thomas. She wants to marry him. She wants to have kids. But now she got to compete with his baby's mother. And Thomas said that he would be with Catherine and she would change. So Ashley, why are you staying around? That means that he'll throw you away at any second and he won't give two shits. Thomas throws women away. He just couldn't throw Catherine away because he actually really loves Catherine. But he wants her to be obedient to him. And then he wants her to act like the women that, that are in their 40s and their 50s and their 60s when they go to like events and engagements. And he want her to be an interior decorator, to throw parties and throw this and wear the white gloves and be so perfect. And she can't do all that. She hasn't learned that way. So he's fed up that she's not that. So put her in classes, Thomas. But anyways, Catherine, don't bow down to him. But I know Catherine loves Thomas too, because he's like a boyfriend. He's like her lover and her father at the same damn time. So it's just whatever. And then I don't know. So I can't wait to see the next episode and review it tomorrow. So we're going to talk about Atlanta. Atlanta was Paperboy actually did an excellent job acting. He did a wonderful job acting, like him being in the woods, him being scared, him crying, him with this homeless guy, and him just running for his life, falling and tripping over things. And, and then, finding his way out the woods. It makes it was like he was in the woods, like he was surrounded by woods, and he's about to go under, but he was actually able to get out and actually make the decision to find himself out of it, and then being able to, you know, fight back and then run, you know, and they were shooting at him. That was very great acting. It was great acting because it was believable. And then you got this homeless guy that put the razor blade to his neck and tell him he better make a decision. He better choose what he better choose. He got 30 seconds to get out of here. If he don't get out of here, he's going to get killed. He's going to take his sneakers, his hoodie, his wallet, and whatever cash is in it. And then just him going around in circles, because he's been going around in circles. He hasn't been making any progress. So now he's going to choose to make progress and move forward. And he's probably going to maybe get rid of, you know, Earn. He might go with a whole different team. He might be more willing and open to doing new things and actually kind of like bending down a little bit with the record labels. Because remember the last time he went to the record label, he wasn't prepared. He wasn't ready. He walked out, you know, he threw a banana in the guy's hand. He felt very uncomfortable. So I wonder if he's going to get comfortable now and move out of, and not be in the same house anymore, move out of his house and go somewhere else and try to, you know, develop his career more and actually get somebody to really motivate him. So it might be the end of him and Earn for a little bit. Earn might go on and do something else with somebody else, or Earn might step up to the plate. And then what is he going to do with Darius? Where's Darius going to go? Because he's going to have to elevate. He might have to elevate with nobody around him. So it seems like they're going to start getting back on the hustle again and working again together, going out at night, doing promotions, doing this, doing music, doing interviews, doing pictures, doing signings, and doing different things like that. Going up to the record labels like they was doing before, going to, you know, charity events and probably giving away things. And plus Earn is gonna have to get on it and start to get him free shit and free clothes and like hookups to different things, because he was like, Earn only gets free liquor sent to the house. So anyways, we'll see what happens with that situation. I was like, damn, there's been a lot going on with these TV shows. So anyways, it's going to be crazy. And so now we got, you know, Toni Braxton. My wedding to Birdman will be elegant and sexy. So she's talking about, so Toni Braxton saying that she's not married, but she's saying it's going to be. Or is she already married? That she's already married to the guy. You know, he likes men and women. So I don't know if Toni Braxton is bisexual too as well. Allegedly, Birdman is, you know, on the other side. Even Kevin Gates said it. Okay, Toni Braxton, my wedding to Birdman will be elegant and sexy. Toni Braxton is giving us an idea of what her special day with Birdman will look like. Like, what'd she say? While Toni has shut down the rumors, she is opening up about wedding plans. She says, "This is my second wedding. I am over 40. It's like Carrie Bradshaw, the last bride. It will be elegant and sexy." So that's all she's saying. People are saying, how's it going to be elegant and sexy with all the tattoos on Birdman's face? And he owes all this money. He doesn't pay his orders, and he might be kissing his boo-boo. That's Devin or Tyrone, while she might be kissing Sarah and Susie. I don't know. People are alleging that they are both bisexual. Who knows? Anyways, peace. I'm out. One love to all my peeps and my peoples. It's Mary Jane. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It would be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart. We're just talking about these TV shows and seeing what's good out here in these streets. So Southern Charm will be up tomorrow. Peace. I'm out. One love.